4 days ago, the market still looked good. The sun was shining, happy life. The chart looked good, trend was up, market reacted positively to all news, looming World War III, markets go up. ETFs had inflows every single day. Today, 4 days later, it stormed. The horizontal breakout conclusively failed, not a retest that quickly bounced back. And now even the next support at 69k is challenged. We are holding the diagonal breakout still. The chart has gone from looking great to, at best, neutral. Larsson line is still gold, but we wanted gold at breakout. And now we don't have the breakout. Markets are spooked, not just in crypto, but in stocks too. Gold, everything. In terms of macro, people are starting to talk about higher inflation longer. Yields have pumped back up all the way into the resistance area. Who knows what happens from here? And the ETF flows, unsurprisingly given this mayhem, have gone from being positive, negative last Friday. Not by much compared to the inflows here, but still not the overwhelming gold we had just a few days ago. Quite a different picture. And I said when I made this one that I'm not adding criteria, just updating. And what is the big criteria missing in this table that will for sure have massive impact on the crypto markets from here? It's obviously Donald Pump or Harris Dump. If you remember, I wrote about it in this weekend's TA report. Donald Lift or Kamala Rift. For clarity, this is not a political video, and the statements I will make here are just an analysis of how I think the crypto market participants see it, how they will react. Because on one side, we have Donald Pump, who literally launched an ICO, which was otherwise banned in 2018. Speaking for 1 hour at a Bitcoin conference and saying, "Make America the world capital for crypto and Bitcoin."
And instead of attacking industries of the future, we will embrace them, including making America the world capital for crypto and Bitcoin.
Saying he will fire Gary Gensler.
On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman,
who just a few days ago still pushed heavy litigation against crypto companies, clearly trying to get it in before the election. And backed by Elon Musk, who was the #1 locomotive for the Bitcoin price action during key periods of the last cycle. On the other side, then we have the current administration. I haven't seen Kamala Harris express own strong opinions on economic policies. Now, I will try to say this in the kindest way possible. Harris seems more of a team player, which I guess means that strong people with strong own opinions, like Elizabeth Warren, will probably still carry a lot of weight in policy decisions.
There's a new threat out there. It's crypto, and it is being used for terrorist financing. It is being used for drug trafficking. North Korea is using it. We can't allow that to continue.
And if they win now, they could feel increased confidence to push harder on the Warren type of rather hostile policy against digital assets. We can't allow that to continue. The contrast here is not a controversial analysis. Almost every single analyst come to a similar conclusion. So it's for that reason, not based on opinions about the candidates, that I think the election outcome and the change in poll numbers is for sure having a huge impact on the price. And tiny changes here can completely change the market structure. Like, will this support hold and bounce? Will we reclaim the breakout? Or does this support fail too and we're heading down? One of our community members calculated the correlation the other day between Bitcoin price and the polls percentage. And the correlation was positive 0.7. That's huge correlation between Trump rating and Bitcoin price, and negative 0.64 between Harris rating and Bitcoin price. Great work, Danska. So, what are the polls showing? Polymarket 58 versus 42, Kalshi 53 to 47, The Site 538, Trump 53 to 46, Economist shows a toss-up 270 to 68, and New York Times shows Harris in lead 49 to 48. So radically different. Personally, I'm not surprised to see this kind of pattern. Many people long for change in their life, in politics, and are attracted to Trump's message of a more radical change, more disruption. But then, as the time approaches to make the change, sell the house, move countries, vote for the more radical candidate, they hesitate, chicken out if you will, and play safe. Which in elections means go with the incumbent, the more safer option, the more status quo. Then this is exactly the kind of pattern we could expect. A huge lead for Trump until a week or two out, and then the incumbent gains grounds. And looking at this huge spread of results, I don't think the outcome is given at all. So these are the charts to follow for the big clue on the short-term price action for Bitcoin and all crypto markets, in my opinion. But Larsson, isn't this only short-term relevant? How about the long-term? Well, I think it could matter. If we go back to that quote by Elizabeth Warren, she's articulating an opinion that many people carry. And she is running for re-election, and she is a strong opinion leader in the party. I think Elizabeth Warren seems a very intelligent person. And I don't think she means bad. It's just this intersection of technology and very traditional finance that goes wrong for a lot of people. What she said in that clip is also true for literally every other technology we have invented. Criminals also use them. Mobile phones. Does that mean we should ban my old industry because we created 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G? Internet? Should we ban internet? It was full of crime in the beginning, and still is. Cars? Criminals use cars. Also, the overwhelmingly most popular tool for criminals is the US dollar. The United Nations estimates that for every $1 in Bitcoin spent on the dark web, at least $800 is laundered in cash. How about the wheel? AI. ChatGPT is used to create very effective scams. And I think it was Ivan who had such a good example. If you build a town square with a fountain and a bench, and then some criminals come there to use it, they sit on the bench that you built and do something illegal. Is that the fault of the bench? Or maybe even your fault for building the bench? Or is it the fault of the criminal? Literally every other technology we've come up with are used for both legitimate uses that boost society, boost the economy, and by criminals. The solution is to improve the technology and methodology to find and arrest those criminals, not to try to stop technology innovation. Like with telecom, we built a lawful intercept interface, which I think has worked great. Huge success. With crypto, literally every transaction is public on the internet and can be analyzed with better tools than we've ever had in the history of mankind to track money movements. Used right, it's better to catch criminals. It's just new. Every time, with every technology, we have the same debate with the same arguments. I've personally been through it, both with internet and with mobile phones, and now we have the same discussion again, word by word, with blockchain. And here, the two parties seem to have taken a rather different opinion. US is a key opinion leader in the Western world, and for that reason, I think this election will have impact, also long term. The technology won't die, it won't go away, it will still get adopted. It's too useful to disappear. No one, even the biggest crypto hater, questions the usefulness of digital global money on the internet, or the usefulness of smart contracts, or the 1000-to-1 efficiency and cost advantage over 40 to 50-year-old COBOL-based technology. But adoption could take on different growth curves. One faster, more momentum, 3 steps forward. One slower, more of 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's what policy decisions affect. They don't stop technology evolution. I'm not an American. I might have misunderstood absolutely everything about the US election. If I could pick out 2 candidates out of the 330 million people in the US, I probably wouldn't have picked either of them. But I can't, and it's not my election. I'm just trying to understand how these elections will impact the markets. Because the markets are mine too. The markets are global. I can't predict the future, especially this election outcome. But we can react to what actually plays out. And understanding the correlation between this chart and this chart, I think, is helpful. Anyone who says that market speculation is easy is either a beginner or lying. This is difficult. You need all the education and tools and community you can get, in my view. Hope to see you join us. We're open for new members right now. Don't get scammed. I have only one website. It's ctolarsson.com. Click here for course with Larsson. If you've already taken that, click here for Larsson Pro. Actually, the sun is still shining because it's shining every day, whether you see it or if it's shining behind the clouds. Thank you, tack. CTO Larsson out.